Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at things people still cannot get over. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. When I was a child, I received an invitation to a birthday party. It was handwritten and given to me by the kid whose birthday it was. When I got there, he pretended not to remember inviting me and asked to see the invitation. He denied writing it in front of many of my classmates and said I invited myself. I was so upset that I wanted to leave immediately, but my mum had already left. So I explained what happened to his mum so she could maybe drop me off. Luckily, his mum recognized his handwriting and was clearly angry at her son for being a bully. So she gave me some lamingtons and a soda and told me I could go play video games by myself until my mum picked me up. That was the day I discovered that none of my classmates were my friends. Why did the kid do that? Like, did they do that on purpose so they could embarrass him? Wow, kids are freaking mean, honestly. Kids can be freaking heartless. I hope the mum really told him off well, because seriously, you don't want your kid growing up to be a bully. Like, what the heck? I did not raise you to be a bully. And none of the classmates stuck up for them. That's so freaking sad. If that was me, I would cry. I would not be able to get over this too, honestly. Oh, there's one thing I remember as a kid where this one girl told everyone that I stole her scissors, and I was just like saying, no, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, I didn't steal her scissors. What the heck? Why would I steal scissors? Okay, if I were gonna steal, I want to steal your scissors, all right? No, but seriously. And then she found the scissors in like her friend's pencil case or something. I don't even remember, but she found them eventually and she never said sorry, and I still remember it to this day because I'm still so salty about it, honestly. Kids are mean, man. They just, if they don't like you, they'll just be like, oh, she did it. Oh, it was him. Oh, it was her. I went quadding with a man on our second date. On the ride home after an awesome day exploring the mountain, he lost control of the quad and we went off the logging road into the trees. A tree fell on my leg, pinning me down. My date, who took a tree to his skull, fell backwards onto me. I was unable to move my entire body, trapped under a man I believed to be deceased. We were hidden in the trees off of a low traffic logging road and my cell phone was far out of reach. I remember watching the clouds pass overhead, thinking I would die out there, a slow, painful death. It was terrifying. I screamed for the guy to wake up. He eventually gained consciousness long enough to pass me his phone. I called 911, attempted to stop his bleeding, using some adrenaline super strength to move the tree off of my leg and crawled out to the road. We both spent weeks in hospital. My leg was severely broken and I was hypothermic. He broke his neck, arm, leg, multiple skull fractures and brain bleeds, yet survived. Wow. This happened 2 years ago. It feels like it was yesterday. Wow, that's freaking scary. That just took a turn so fast. You're just all happy after exploring the mountains and taking some pictures and you're about to go home to take some rest and then this happens. Jeez, life is scary. But I'm surprised that he actually survived, honestly. He was hit on the head and he was bleeding out and he made it out there alive. Wow, some people are honestly just fighters. When I was 16, I was on my way to take my SAT on a Saturday morning. I pulled up to a four-way stop on a quiet street and looked both directions, glanced to my right and saw a car way down the road. Didn't look for more than a second and thought I was good, since he had to stop at a stop sign. I entered the intersection and looked to my right again and the car is already at the intersection. He was going 55 miles per hour on a 25 mile per hour road. He was not stopping. Time slowed down as I realized, oh, he's about to T-bone the side of my tiny pickup truck. Oh my gosh. So I look away from the window to keep my face safe from any potential flying shards of glass. I white knuckle grip the wheel and just hope for the best. He flipped my truck. I rolled onto my side and nailed a telephone pole with the top of my truck. As I'm laying there on my side, I'm feeling all over my body, just expecting to be badly hurt and just in shock, but amazingly, my worst injury is a scraped elbow. Thank gosh. This was nearly 10 years ago and even today I drive like a grandma when it comes to intersections. I'll wait an extra 3 seconds every time if I feel like a car is approaching too quickly. There have been times where a car is coming up quick and my heart rate will skyrocket because I think I'm going to get hit again. I have never trusted another driver ever since that day and being that defensive have never steered me wrong. Honestly, it's good to be safe than sorry. definitely. Jeez, I get nervous when I cross intersections too. Honestly, some cars honestly just speed up so you can't go. Like, bruh. So yeah, I honestly do the same thing as well. When I'm like at an intersection, I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for this car to pass. Yeah, I can wait for this car to pass. And my friends are like, just go already, Ellen, just go. No, I'm gonna wait for the car to pass. I was fast asleep and was suddenly woken up by the sound of loud hums broken by giggling. I look over and there's my husband in some kind of trance, humming and giggling in bed. I shake him, no response. I turn on the light and he doesn't flinch, but begins flapping his arms. What's going on? I call 911 and the paramedics come. Over that time, he slowly emerges from it and starts talking. His blood pressure is 180/120 while sitting quietly. He's a healthy guy in his 30s. They insist on taking him to the hospital. We spend several hours there, and over that time, he begins freaking out at me for calling 911. We're in Canada, so it's free. He takes off his wedding ring, throws it in the garbage, tells me I'm a horrible person he never wants to see again. That's when the nurse sits me down and tells me what's going on. Bipolar disorder. He's in deep mania and is psychotic. They involuntarily admit him and he spends the next few weeks coming down from it. In that time, I grieved as I watched him die. Watching your partner go completely psychotic is so heartrending. They're just totally gone. Their body is there, but they are not. It took me a long time to recover. He's now, after 2 years, stabilized on the right meds. He's able to hold down a job. He's back to his whole self. And we've talked everything through. It's a cruel disease, but treatable. So, like, it just happened suddenly. Like, she never knew about it, and he didn't even know about it himself. It just happened. Whoa. I love how she stuck by him too. And, you know, she went through it with him together. Oh my gosh, I never knew that's what happens. Like, you're just unresponsive and then you wake up. Dude, I need to do more research about this. Asking my parents to take me to the hospital and being dismissed by them. A few years ago, I ended up falling suddenly and aggressively ill with what I know was sepsis. I thought I just had a cold and it wasn't going away. I was more afraid with each passing day and decided to go to urgent care. The labs the techs took from me alarmed them significantly, and they urged me to go to the hospital. So whatever I had was pretty severe. I was terrified, exhausted, and nearly delirious, but couldn't drive myself to the hospital. I asked my parents to take me, and they immediately became dismissive. I was blowing things out of proportion, and they decided I should wait until the next day to see my doctor. My dad told me I could drive myself to the hospital, but he wouldn't support me doing it. What? What kind of parents are these? How do you... Whoa, that's so... Whoa, I've never read about something like this where the parents are like, nope, I don't want to take you to the hospital. Huh? What? That's crazy. I spent that night just crying and staring at the ceiling. I knew I was dying, but my parents chose to dismiss my fear and concerns. I prayed to God to let me live through the night and asked why my parents could do something like this and still sleep at night like nothing was wrong. I wanted the pain to end, and I had to beg them to take me to the doctor the next day. Oh, this is gonna make me cry, bro. At the appointment, the nurse yelled at my mum for ignoring what urgent care said the day before and for waiting to take me somewhere to be seen. I will forever be thankful to that nurse. The doctor made his diagnosis and basically said I was 1 to 2 days away from death and I needed to be hospitalized as soon as possible. This kicked off a nearly 1 month hospital stay that required me to get open heart surgery because the damage had been done. While in the hospital, I asked him why they didn't believe me, why they neglected serious health issues time and time again. This wasn't the first time they dismissed something serious, whether it be weight or broken bones. They didn't have an answer for me. I guess me nearly dying in the hospital finally made them realize their mistakes. I know they're traumatized from the ordeal and have tried making it up to me. Sometimes I'm okay and I can talk to them like nothing's changed, but I will never trust them again and I don't think I can forgive them. Sometimes the disdain and hatred I had for them while they let me suffer comes up, and I can't stand to even look at them. I've since moved out, and and they noticed I don't come by to see them very frequently. I have PTSD from that night, wondering if I would die while they waited to take me to the hospital, and on those days I can't see them. I hope I can recover from that one day. Me too. I hope you can too, honestly. Forgiving is honestly a very tough and long process, especially if it's someone that you trusted the most and they did this to you. Like your parents, not taking you to the hospital even when you begged them to. But this just makes me think it's because healthcare isn't free over there and they're just worried about the costs and the money and everything. But still, your kid's life is way more important than money. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!